Thank you, Will Thilley, unaffiliated independent candidate for the Township Committee. I want to let the public know and tell the truth about some of the things involved in this amended agreement that they should know. This is, multiple times our committee, on behalf of our attorney, has made efforts to help Harts Mountain, the billionaire developer at 750 Walnut, pay less and less to the town. And this is the third episode of this where our attorneys have agreed for payment of attorney's fees. We're now giving them what the terms they wanted for the financial agreement, which removes a clause which would have guaranteed our town $35 million of pilot payments at minimum, $35 million over 30 years. And now we stand to get most likely around 16 to 18 million if you go by the average statewide for these pilot agreements. So I'm totally against it. Believe we were misled. I think our mayor and the attorney were feeling the heat because a lot of people are knowing about this ripoff and scam against the people here, and made a video on TV 35 where they left out the biggest facts here, that you're losing 20 million in guaranteed revenue for the town with this, and trying to spin it off as if this is a good thing for us. So this is completely not honest with the public. I'm telling you the truth right now about it. And the residents should also know that this, and also I think that in that same video I noticed the attorney, after 2 years of not giving us a reason for why we're giving this, what amounts to now a $95 million tax exemption to Harts Mountain, a reason was never given. People repeatedly asked for years. And finally, in the last few weeks, we heard from the attorney that the reason we gave away this 30-year exemption is because it was necessary in order for the developer, Harts Mountain, not to build 905 apartments on the same lot. Well, we know that's ridiculous. Under oath, our financial people all admitted that was never even financially feasible. So, secondly, I ask you this. Do you know the projected revenue from our own financial people here that was given to the public is $350 million that Harts Mountain is going to make in revenue on those 250 apartments? Do you know how much money they would make in revenue if they actually did build 900 apartments on that property? I'll tell you, it's $1.2 billion. So you're telling me that you want us to believe that Harts Mountain took an $85 million payoff to reduce the units and take a $850 million loss in revenue for an $85 million payoff? Well, of course, this is impossible. But I think our attorney is not someone who did the math up front. So this is just a blatant untruth told to our people, and this is exactly why I'm running for office, because this is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable ripoff, and this is why dialogue is so important, because if this is where we need to talk back and forth. And I'll address Mr. Kern. I'm sorry. Whatever you heard, those things you said, you claimed that some resident said about me. I've never, on my life, I do tell you the truth here, I've never, ever said to any resident, and I've talked to 3,400 face-to-face residents in this campaign, not one have I ever said, I'm not mad at you, but I've never said to anybody about anyone who's moving there, especially people coming from immigration or anything like that.
This is specifically a comment for the ordinance.
Fair enough. I'll move back to that, and I appreciate that. But I just want to make it clear that this is why it's so crucial that you have give and take and back and forth, because you can see we could really maybe understand each other. You cannot understand each other by having to wait time to talk back and forth. This is why if I'm in office here, I'm going to give you an answer. You don't have to wait 2 weeks. You're going to have to wait less than 3 seconds to get an answer from me. You're going to hear answers all the time. That's why it's so important we have dialogue, because of these misunderstandings. Thank you so much. Appreciate it all. Oh, one thing I forgot, so sorry. Guys, I just want everyone to know the reason, if people wonder why do these developments have to be all rental? And I'll be done if you can just hold with me 10 seconds here. The reason, I want the residents to know, it was all these big developments are always going to be 100% rental, and there's a reason why. And I want everyone to know the reason why all these developments have to be rental only, and they'll never be ownership, even though people ask for ownership, is because it's impossible to give a 30-year tax exemption to 250 single owners at Harts Mountain. They can't do that. You can't give an $85 million tax exemption to 250 million individual owners, and they certainly aren't going to kick it back to you. So this is why it's always important that these be rental only, as a note for understanding. Thank you so much.